Hi, greetings from Kiboto. In a few moments, our CTO will guide you how to use Stable Diffusion to transform a square image into a portrait one as if you have the access to layers and able to reposition them in order to reconstruct the same image in its new aspect ratio. Let's dig in.
So the first method that comes to mind is to take all of this, copy it. The only thing that I'm going to change are the values for the resolution. That's 1 to 2. Everything else is the same. All of these images are as similar to my favorite as they are similar to one each other. And none of them really captures the specific image that I like, even though it's the same seed. And the more I look at them, the less I like them. They have this weird thing with the skies and this double mountain, and it kind of makes sense because Stable Diffusion doesn't really like all aspect ratios for all jobs. If you want to have a vast landscape, portrait wouldn't be your first choice. Not only did it not capture what I wanted, I really wanted to have the same image, the same pictures, just in a different form. Because if I gave this job to a person instead of an AI, that's what he would have done. He would have taken one picture and done it in multiple forms. So if a person would have done this, he would probably just use layers and crop this image. So I'll take this image, half width is okay, full height, and we want the center part. Let's preview what we have now. So this is obviously just the same image because I literally crop the same image. But it still doesn't look the way that I would want it to look. If a person would have done this, I think that he would have moved the tree to the right so I could see it and not just the top branches. We don't have the layers, but let's say that we can have those layers. So this specific cool component, what it does, it uses SAM is segment anything, to extract parts of an image. And it uses a grounding dyno to say what parts specifically we want to find. It's really cool. I'm going to share a link. I kind of know what I'm doing with this one because I've done it before. But your mileage may vary, so fiddle with it. So we have my tree. This is obviously not really useful because we have a black background now. It's not transparent, so we can't actually use this. And we're only using it to debug our progress. But what we can use is the mask. Let's see what that looks like. We can use this to only write over these pixels or write every other pixel, extract this. We cropped the image. What I really want to do is to crop the latent. And I want to do it multiple times. Let's, at least twice. Use only route. 2. So this is the center part, and I also want the part of with the tree. I think that's about half width, so I'm gonna use half width. But instead of using the X of 256, it's 0. So now it's the tree part. And we need to combine these two. So we're going to use latent composite. This is our destination. That's what we write over. And our source, what we write on this here. And we need a mask. This is our mask. And we need to copy it as well. Exactly the same way that we do for this part, because it should match it in exactly. Let's see what we have. Let's preview all these parts so we can see them. Okay, 2 is enough. One here, and one here, and one here, and one here. Okay, we have our tree and we have our person. So that's that. Let's now do it for the combination. Probably shouldn't have deleted that preview. Very cool. So we have what we wanted, but it looks like, and that's to be expected, but we can fix it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this, again, same everything, and I'm going to type it like we would if we would have done a two-pass renderer. I'm just not taking the latent because the latent that I want is over here. I don't need this anymore. Let's preview. Okay, so if we leave this at 0, and we would basically just throw this away. I want to denoise it just a bit, so let's try and change it to 18. That means that we have 6 remaining, that's a quarter. Maybe a bit much, 25%. We can go with less, but let's try this. Okay. I would call this a success. So I have this tree, I have this person. It feels like the same image. And if I'm not content, I could move the rock, I could move the skies, I could do anything.